Hello, Pokemon Masters, Birdkeeper Toby here, and welcome to the tropical region of Alola. As I'm recording this series, Alola is the most recent region to be discovered, but this is not the end of the series. Oh, no. In fact, we're only just over halfway. This is for several reasons. Number one is new regions of the Pokemon world are being discovered all the time, about 1 in every 3 years. Anyway, new Pokemon life forms will be discovered soon, I'm sure, and so we'll have much more to talk about then. And in the meantime, the observant among you may have realized that I've been missing out lots of Pokemon. Lots of fairy Pokemon like Marwile or Gardevoir, legendary Pokemon like Arceus, or ghost Pokemon like Gengar or Rotom. Where do these Pokemon fit into the Tree of Life? Well, stay tuned to the end of this episode to find out and hear a special announcement. Now let's get on with Alola.
A tropical region, Alola shows us how diverse life might be, starting with life form we haven't looked at since Generation 3. Cradily is part of a phylum known as Echinoderm. These simple life forms have radial symmetry, coming in 5 points usually, and both Toxapex and Pyukumuku are part of this family. Echinoderms in the Pokemon world may also be responsible for the spawn of the formation of a variety of other life forms, however, that we should look at in a later part. Before then, we should look at arthropods, of which a few still have yet to be added to the tree. Crabominable is the final crab Pokemon, and Golisopod is one of my favourite Pokemon, and it is clearly the descendant of Kabutops or Armaldo. There's a whole fun web of Pokemon life in here as well. This Pokemon is also highly picked on by Meowth and Murkrow because of its skittish nature. They just love to chase it. Other arthropods include Lurantis, a mantis like Scyther for example. Aquarachnid is another arachnid who again is not technically an arachnid, it has 6 legs, not 8. These Pokemon just can't catch a break. Rimbombi, who is used to fighting for territory with Butterfree, and Vikavolt, who also fights another type of insect in Alola. While normally in the wild Pinsir and Heracross are natural enemies, in Alola they seem to team up to counter-fight against Vikavolt. The Bonyfish roster is also completed with Wishy-Washy, a common bit of prey for Dugong and Wingull. Bruxish is also a bony fish, but likely not prey, but rather predator with those sharp teeth. Moving along, we have the amphibians, of which there is one more in this generation, and that is Salazzle. While at first Salazzle might look like a lizard, it is actually a salamander. Now with lots of lizard-like traits, you can see how closely lizards and amphibians are in fact related. Both these types of animals evolved from mollusks in similar shapes and then diversified into the variety of other shapes that we see. Of these, there is Turtonator, which is clearly a turtle, likely evolved from Torkoal, mimicking a lot of its fire-breathing traits as well as lots of dragon-like traits. Drampa, which also shares a few traits with its snake-like cousin Dunsparce, and Komodo, this region's pseudo-legendary. Birds also evolve from reptiles being modern-day dinosaurs, and in Alola they come in the tropical form of Toucanon, Oricorio, and Decidueye. But those ones are obvious. Let's take a step back and look at those reptiles.
Now, there is one more reptile that I want to talk about, a creature that you might not think of as being a reptile, and that is Alolan Exeggutor. Alola introduced the new regional variants, and Alolan Exeggutor you might think of as just being a tree. I haven't spoken a lot about the plant life Pokemon, but I don't think this is any kind of plant. No, I think this is a dinosaur of sorts. Remember, the Alolan version is the original.
A lack of sunlight means Exeggutor don't grow properly and strong enough, and this has something of course to do with photosynthesis. Many Pokemon have plant-like attachments and body parts, but they are still animals, like Venusaur or Breloom. This, I believe, is the same for Exeggutor, which if I had to place on a Tree of Life, which is exactly what I'm doing right now, it would not be a plant at all, but rather a dino or dragon, which has plant-like qualities, and is an offshoot to the likes of Meganium or Tropius, which is not hard to see at all. If Alolan Exeggutor stood on 4 legs, it would essentially be a different variant of Tropius, so you can see how they might have evolved similarly. Now, for one last time, let's take a look at Mammalia. Togedemaru is yet again a part of the electric rodent clan, and no, Mimikyu is not part of this, that will be discussed later. Kamala is in fact a marsupial, and that is because the name koala bear is just because they look, I guess, bear-like, but they are not actually bears. They are in fact, yes, marsupials. And Mudsdale, of course, is a horse. Gumshoos is a mongoose like Zangoose, and isn't actually native to Alola. It was brought in to deal with the Rattata problem. Perhaps we'll get the chance to visit whatever region Gumshoos is originally from next. In the Carnivora, we have 1 cat, 1 dog, and 1 bear. These are Incineroar, Lycanroc, and Duer, one of my favorite Pokemon. Incineroar would also seem to be likely closely related to Pyroar, another big fire cat. I mean, their pre-evolutions are called Litten and Litleo. However, not all of the same types of Pokemon do get along. Lycanroc and its pre-evolution Rockruff are known for fighting for territory with Growlithe. The water starter Primarina is a sea lion, which means it's part of Carnivora and related to the likes of Walrein, Dugong, and Samurott. You can see the similarities. Now, before we move on to the special Pokemon of the worlds beyond, like the Ultra Beasts, there are just two more mammals, Oranguru and Persimmon. Both related, one is an ape, one is a monkey. Do you remember from before that monkeys have tails? And Oranguru might actually be closer related to Darmanitan than Persimmon. This is because they are both orangutans, and Darmanitan has the Psychic Zen mode, and Oranguru is a meditating orangutan.
But hang on a minute, I hear you saying. We've got to the end of Generation 7, and Toby, you've missed some of my favorite Pokemon. Pokemon that have come from space, man-made Pokemon, ghosts, legendary Pokemon, human beings. Where do we fit into the phylogenetic tree? Well, you can either wait to find out and watch the episodes as they come, there's still plenty more to come, or you can check out the poster, which you can now buy by popular demand. It's available, links of course at the top of the description, and every time you buy one it helps me out in continuing what I'm doing. Please consider getting hold of one. I think it's going to look great on the wall. It's been very well designed by incredible artists, again all credited below, and soar high, Pokemon Masters.